This is Antonio, a 1987 240 DL. About 189,000 on the odometer. However, that broke who knows how long ago, so take that as you will. Some slight modifications I've done, which you may have seen already, is the round headlight conversion, which some folks on Facebook thinks look like a Husky, which gave me a good laugh. The suspension on it is either clipped to the floor or it is collapsed entirely. You can see how low it's riding there. Some lovely noises that come around going over bumps, definitely scraping up the rear mud flaps, going up hills and the like. It feels and sounds like a 240. The exhaust definitely has a leak, gets a little bit loud and shaky. Otherwise, it's a pretty great drive. The exterior definitely has some imperfections. You can see the wreck spot right here where the passenger turn signal got taken out. There's a little bend in the passenger fender there. The rear bumper is missing. However, I was able to modify the tail lights to get the brake lights and the turn signals to work. In fact, that. Let's see, there's a nice subwoofer and amplifier in the trunk, which I have not really taken the time to get working properly. Again, suspension is just collapsed, no hubcaps, just the black painted steelies here, which, you know, with some cleaning up, a lot of folks might like. Personally, I like it. Missing trim here and down here. Otherwise, most of the trim is in pretty good condition. The missing piece here and the slight hang down right here are really the only complaints that I have. So real close to a very nice body with some correct trim on it. Let's see, headlights work. We've talked about that already. Interior, the passenger seat is missing. I took that out for one of my other project cars. Initially, I bought this car as a a parts car for my other project car, the 91 240 Wagon, which I'm pretty excited about. And there were a couple of things I was going to pull off of this. The passenger seat was one of them. Doritos are included with this car. They came with it. Let's see. I don't know if those are rear speakers or vents that are missing and busted out. Glass is all okay except for the windshield, obviously. Nice big old crack there. But it cleaned up nicely. I enjoyed it. Oh, one thing that did not clean up is the ceiling. Look at that disgusting business. Who does that to their car? That's just terrible. I think with a magic eraser, I'd be able to get that cleaned up pretty nicely. One other thing that I have a problem with is the K&N air filter that someone decided to put in here. I don't know what kind of power you're hoping to get out of this thing. It's a naturally aspirated B230F. It's not a very exciting engine, but it'll last forever. I figure we should also get a good listen to the engine as we fire this bad boy up. That. Oh yeah, that's the sound. Obviously dashboard is in disrepair, but I think I know what I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to buy the cover. I'm actually going to fill the cracks and repaint the dash black. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, so story behind this car, I purchased this for parts. One part is the passenger seat, which I've already pulled out. One was the stock Volvo tachometer, which mine was missing. I purchased this piece off of eBay. I forget what this is called, but it gets the job done. A glow shift, I think, maybe. It was like 20 bucks. But I wanted the authentic Volvo tachometer for my car. The front grille, as opposed to the rear grille, I guess. The front grille, this is from the wagon. See here, this is a crack. You can see why I wanted to swap the parts out, and the driver turn signal lens. This is all chipped up and cracked. That was from the wagon, so I put that back on there, and I've got fresh pieces for my wagon. And that was about it. I was considering pulling the steering wheel off of here because it's pretty nice. I like that. Nice squishy. If anyone knows what that's called, please let me know. Or if this is particular to a specific model, or where I can find one like this, it'd be simple to install. And that's about it for this car. It's oh, the power steering is out, if I have not mentioned that. So that's a fun piece for this. And it definitely drives like an old 240 with no power steering. Real hard to turn, but when you get it up to a little bit of speed and take it around a corner, it feels nice. I honestly prefer that feeling, actually. Let's see, I took it up on the freeway. It gets up to 80 miles an hour pretty quickly. It's nice. No loss of power. Yeah, it's a great little car. Very much enjoyed it. And now I'm trying to sell it as is to fund the next project. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you. Bye. So I actually got a buyer for Antonio here. Like I said originally, I bought this as a parts car to use for my wagon project that I'll be doing. I picked it up from a guy for like 450 bucks. It had no key, no battery, and was in need of a number of things. I had the car towed to a key shop, and because it's an older Volvo, I was able to just get a key there, 2 keys. It fired right up. I took it straight over to get an oil change, a little bit of a fluid refresh, and on the drive home, the radiator blew up and sprayed coolant all over the ground. So as soon as I got it back, I went on Amazon and found a radiator for like 70 bucks. Got that swapped in, and then it was pretty much drivable. After that, just some slight modifications, and of course I still had a number of things that I wanted to do to it, but time will not permit. As it looks like he's going to be going on to a new home tomorrow. I'm very glad that it will be going to a new owner instead of going to the scrapyard, which was this guy's plan before I picked it up. So I do like that. I am a big fan of these cars, and always happy to see it end up in someone's hands who's going to take care of it and will enjoy it as much as I have, and hopefully more for a longer period of time. So all in, the cost was probably about $1,100 plus the towing and storage of my project vehicle, which would not have been the case if I had not purchased this. So I guess I could include that in there. Probably about $1,350 was the cost all in, and this is going to a new guy, and he offered me $1,300 for it. So I'm only taking a little bit of a hit, but when you consider the passenger seat, tachometer, grille, and driver turn signal lens, I think the value of those items alone puts me probably $300 or $400 ahead. So I'm excited about that.